Stop making this money mistake. It is costing you time, money, and progress. Don't feel bad. You're not alone. This happens to so many people. So say this is you and you're like, I'm going to do better with my money, and you have every intention of doing so. So you go and you try to make a budget, or you try to save, or you try to pay off your debt, etc. Whatever your goals are, you're trying to do those, and you have every intention of following through with that. And yeah, it's not perfect because you're just starting out, and that's totally okay. And maybe you're doing pretty good and making good progress, but then one day, maybe you order DoorDash, or you go shopping, or you go out to eat unexpectedly because maybe you're feeling bad, whatever the case is, you do something that wasn't in the plan. Because it isn't in the plan, now you feel like you messed up, and so you feel shame, you feel angry at yourself, you maybe even give up, or you start to say things like, I'll start this again next check, I'll do better next check. Once you start telling yourself, I'll start again next check, it's kind of like a free-for-all now. Your goals are gone, your progress is gone, and you just do whatever until the next check. You're spending your money, maybe even you had a little savings and you just go and spend it because you're just so angry and you just want to give up. And what I see most of the time is you'll actually stay in this space until you get mad enough about it to where you get to this point again where you're like, okay, now I'm going to do better with my money. But then the cycle repeats itself. I want you to stop starting over, okay? This is not an all or nothing thing. If you stay in this cycle right here, then you are constantly going to be starting all the way from square one. You're going to be starting over every single check or every single time you get mad at yourself enough to where you finally want to take control. That feels really bad, actually, and it actually hinders your progress because you are staying stuck in this shameful cycle. You need to give yourself permission to make mistakes because you are not going to be perfect on your journey. You are not going to do everything right the first time, every time, and it is not always going to be smooth sailing like a linear process. I myself am a recovering perfectionist, and I was stuck in this cycle for a really long time until I realized I had to let myself make mistakes. It's okay. You learn from those mistakes and you can pick up from that point and keep on going. You do not have to start over every time. Understand that progress is still progress, no matter how small that progress is. You need to celebrate that progress, no matter how small it is, and you need to not be mad at yourself when you make one tiny mistake. Without those mistakes, you would never be able to understand the concept. You have to mess up, you have to make mistakes, you have to keep going. People think that progress and success is only supposed to look like this, and like I said, it is not a linear journey. It might look like this, and that is okay because guess what? At the end of the day, you are still up here making progress. One thing is for sure is that if you keep giving up on yourself, you're never going to make it to your goal. You are the only person who can be here and keep yourself going and make sure that you reach those goals. You are the person who you need to stand up for yourself and who you need to be here and say it's okay and keep going. If you keep giving up on yourself, you will never get there. And yes, it's hard to make new habits. Yes, it's hard to learn these concepts sometimes, but you can do hard things. It's okay. So make a plan for yourself, start executing that plan, and if you mess up along the way, don't give up on yourself. Just pick it up and keep on going. Do not sabotage yourself and say to hell with this and completely give up completely. Don't do that. Keep going. You got this, friend.